Welcome to another DorkLair collecting video. Today I'm taking a look at the Black Series Luke Skywalker Skywalker Strikes edition. And you can see right there on the box, it's called Skywalker Strikes. This is based on the comic books. It's basically the same figure as the Yavin ceremony version that's like currently out there now. But it is just got different accessories in that one. That one has the metal. This one does not. This one has a whole bunch of other stuff from his appearance in the comic books, which is awesome. I really do like the comics. I haven't read every single thing, but I definitely read like the first couple dozen of the Star Wars stuff. I should go back to that, quite frankly, because it's really good. And so like this is scenes from that comic. So if you look at the back of the box, it's got a few things going on here. You can see what he's done is he's taken his own X-Wing helmet and then he has basically been using that to train in kind of the same way that Kenobi was training him on the Falcon. But one thing that he doesn't have is the option to go sleeveless, to kind of take the jacket off, because obviously the sleeves are sculpted. You could take the jacket off, but it would just look silly because it's going to be like the black shirt. So there's not really that option to do it like that. But otherwise, it's a pretty good figure. Let me quickly show you the accessories. And I apologize again if my videos are a little less polished, a little less edited. I'm trying to focus on the written review. So this video really is a supplement to the written review. So there's the helmet. Looks pretty good. It definitely, you can actually see it's starting to get a little bit of a bump there, but it definitely kind of pushes on his nose when you put it on his head. So you got to kind of really squeeze it on there, and it's a little tight, but it looks pretty good. But yeah, you can totally see the nose pushing through there. So there's that kind of one little nit. The other accessories, he comes with this box. This is the case or crate that he found on Tatooine when he actually fought Boba Fett in Kenobi's hut or Kenobi's homestead or whatever you want to call it. This isn't painted on all sides, but the side that's painted, it looks pretty good. And then the box opens up, and inside it you can put the journal. And this is the journal of Kenobi right here. And this looks pretty good as well. Doesn't open up or anything, but nicely detailed little journal. And then the end of that issue where he fights Boba Fett to kind of like get this thing, he actually has one full issue where he's reading this, and basically that issue of the comic is this journal. So it's pretty cool. Kind of tells Kenobi's existence on Tatooine a little bit there. He does come with the lightsaber. Lightsaber looks pretty good, and the thing pops off, the blade. And then he's got a blast effect that can actually kind of slide right onto the lightsaber right there. And then he has the drone, the training drone, and that's on a little piece, and then that can pop into this stand right here and can kind of like stand up on its own. So yeah, so that's what he comes with, and primarily I just want to kind of like walk through the figure and just show the articulation, because that's probably one of the most important things to see. Oh, the other thing he comes with is the blaster right here. So real quick. So here's the blaster he has. It's got a little bit of silver paint there, and then on the tip as well. So looks pretty good. I believe it's the same blaster that he's got on his hip in the scene in Yavin ceremony. So this is probably the same one that comes with the Yavin Luke. And so, yeah, primarily this video is meant to show off the articulation, because that's something that's easier shown, because you can really see how the figure feels and how it moves. There is an articulation point at the base of the neck, though there's not a ton of movement, but you can see him kind of doing the chicken right there a little bit. And you can kind of rock side to side. You can spin his head around. I do have the issue where like I constantly have the neck turning one way. It doesn't want to turn back, so it's kind of a pain to twist it back into position and have his kind of throat where it's supposed to be, but not too big a deal. And then his shoulders can swing up, down. They can swivel all the way around. He's got the single jointed elbows, but they're doing a pretty good job of getting those a little bit past 90, so not too bad there. He's got a swivel also at the elbow. And then his wrist does hinge. I think it hinges this way. His right wrist hinges up and down this way. There's not a ton of movement, though, because the cuff of the sleeve gets in the way, it can spin. And then this one hinges the other way, so kind of horizontally hinges and spins as well. But again, the cuff really does get in the way of any really kind of extreme wrist articulation. And then he does have a crunch up at the sort of the mid torso there, but he doesn't get a lot of movement. I can't really get him to crunch very much. He can kind of do this and this, but that's really about it. But it does help him. It is nice that he can twist like that, so that's a nice option there, giving for some kind of like angled poses and stuff. Probably like the weakest part here for me is these hips, which they kind of bounce back, and I don't really love the way the hips move. And his leg has to kind of rotate out, but it's, I don't know if you can see in there, it's one of this kind. It's like a ball and hinge kind of thing. And I don't know, it just doesn't move right, in my opinion, and it's really hard to have him kick forward. It's always ends up kicking out. Like if I want to have him kick forward, he has to sort of kick out. Otherwise, it swings down like this. There is a twist up at the thigh, double jointed knees. Pretty much can't get any more articulation than that at the knee. And then there's no twist or anything at the boot. And then the foot can angle down quite a bit and then back up quite a bit. And it does have a rocker. You can see there. And then it does spin all the way around. So quite a bit of ankle articulation there. But the hips are annoying. And I do wish that there was a little more crunch up in the torso. So for Black Series, I'd say this is okay articulation. There's a little bit of a frustrating nature to some of the limitations of it, but otherwise I can get them into some fun poses. And you know, for $30, it comes with all these cool accessories. It's really unique because it comes from the comics. Yeah, I think it's a hit. Like the packaging is amazing. It looks really good. It kind of Velcro's open and everything was inside there. So yeah, pretty cool release. I like it very much. I do think the likeness is pretty great. I don't really know that I've ever seen a Luke Black Series figure that looks quite this good, actually. That face printing is looking really nice. Might not be perfect, but it looks good. There's nice paint in the hair. Nice, like, kind of matte finish to the jacket. A little bit of shininess in the shirt there. His belt looks great. He's got the nicely painted stripes going down the pinstriping on the legs. Shinier boots. So there's some nice kind of premium look and feel to this Luke Skywalker figure. But that's about it. Thanks for watching my video. And until next time, may the Force be with you.